Jet Black One and Only here with another exciting live stream. In this stream I'm just gonna tell you guys what are my plans for today. Today I have a few things. For one, me and Dozer are gonna hang out. We're gonna go eat. Probably play some fighting games. So you can definitely expect some Fighter Z content, maybe some Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite with me and Dozer. Yo, Kirby, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. So not only will I be hanging out with Dozer today, Kratos said, Nexus? Hey, we may be able to get some Nexus gameplay in. If we do Nexus, it probably won't be earlier in the day. It'll be later in the day. I hope that's okay. Dozer hasn't been one with the Yu-Gi-Ohs. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't, like, play Yu-Gi-Oh! So I doubt that while hanging out with Dozer that we'll play, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! And then Kratos said, or Duel Links. I'm really not a big fan of Duel Links. I only play the Suijin deck. I haven't been impressed by anything else. And whenever a new deck comes out on Duel Links, I'm like, can we get some water characters, please? Let's see, Kirby said maybe Dragon Ball Super. True. Dozer does play the Dragon Ball Super trading card game, so more likely than not, since we can only really play with each other, or he can play with like Serena, or I can play with Kirby online, or Dozer can play with Kirby online, technically, because he's also on Untapped. That we probably will play that, considering the fact that we haven't played it in a while. I'll definitely bring it up to Dozer. But expect fighting games, most def. Expect maybe the Dragon Ball Super trading card game. Kratos said they just released a box with a water theme on Duel Links. Okay, you definitely got my attention. But again, I probably won't do that while hanging out with Dozer, unless I can get Dozer into Yu-Gi-Oh! But getting people into Yu-Gi-Oh! Nowadays is not like a small task. It's at least like a long conversation where you're like, and this is how you do this summoning, and this is how you do this summoning. Kirby said, what water cards would you be looking for, Nick? I mainly would want water monsters that are, like, stronger, that can be easily summoned, just to give me more time to get Suijin out. Because with Suijin, I'm just going to use Big Wave, Small Wave to send water monsters from my field to the grave so I can summon Suijin from my hand. So what I want to do is have strong water monsters out in the meantime while I'm getting Suijin ready in my hand. So if I can get strong level 4 water monsters, then that would be a plus for the Suijin deck. Kratos says, and it also released spell books. I don't know what I would do with spell books with Suijin. So I mean, that could be good. It could not be good. I don't know. When it comes to Nexus, I want to make a slash draw deck. I saw DPYGO's video. And then I saw another video, I didn't watch it, but I saw the thumbnail, where someone's like, 10,000, burn, slash draw, hard OTK, and I was interested. I was like, okay, slash draw seems pretty difficult, but I'd be interested in giving it a try to see if it's as difficult as I think it would be. But I'm going to hang out with Dozer. Dozer and I are probably going to play some fighting games, possibly play the Dragon Ball Super trading card game. I'm interested in finishing my Spider-Man guidebook. I have probably like 30 or 50 pages left or something like that, but I'm almost done with this one. I already finished the Wonder Woman one, and I barely gotten into the Avengers one. So I probably am going to try and get closer and closer to that Avengers one. Let's see, we got another live chat message. Let's see, Kirby said it has mage power. Kratos said we should do an element duel on Nexus, where each deck must contain only one attribute. Kirby said, I've got fire. I'd be down to do water. I'm down to splash with the water. Let's see. I had another thing. Oh yeah. So I got an email this morning that I have to edit some paperwork for my clearance. Kratos said I got wind. Okay, Baldwin, I see. But I was really upset by the email that I got about editing the paperwork, because essentially what happened is it took me a long time to fill out this paperwork that I didn't know how to deadline. So I finally submitted. And then when I felt like I had finally finished everything that I had, like everything that I needed to do, right? They then hit me back up. There's like one particular person who like updates me on these things, and they were like, hey, you filled out a few of your things wrong and you gotta fix it. And I was like, cool, that's my bad, I should fix it. So when I go to fix it, the site has you redo a lot of the form, even though you just want to fix like certain portions of it. So I ended up refilling a whole lot of the form and fixing some of the things that I was told about. There's one thing that I didn't know how to fix, so I didn't fix that. So when I got an email today about filling out that form like a while ago, like doing the fixes, I was very surprised that on the like fix list there was like an extra thing. There was like, hey, you didn't fix that one thing from before, and I was like, okay, yeah, that is my bad. But then they were like, and also you fucked up this part, and I'm like, wait a minute, how could I have fucked up that part now, but you didn't tell me about that before? So it meant that essentially I was gonna have to redo that anyways, and I was very annoyed by that. So let's see. Kratos, ooh, I'm trying to scroll back in the live chat. Like I have to scroll my finger down. And I saw that Kratos says something like, I'm gonna hit you with that lightning Chidori, but I'm unable to fully read it because it won't let me scroll all the way. Oh, well now it's zoomed in. It won't let me scroll all the way through the live chat. You guys can see the little water in my beard. I just got out the shower. Scavenger said, greetings and salutations. Yo, Scavenger, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. Kratos said, unless light/dark is allowed, then I'll be one of those when it comes to the elements. Scavenger said, did y'all hit the like button? And then Kirby said, oh god! And it's like, yeah, I know. So the touch screen, for whatever reason, ever since I got my new charger, has been extra sensitive. And due to that, whenever I try to interact with my touchscreen, I have to be very precise, or just the wrong thing will happen. Also, thank you all for smashing that like button. Truly appreciate it. So I'm gonna try to zoom out, but it's not really working. Gonna go for the 2-finger approach. Not working. Scavenger said, dang, that sucks. It's fixable. Hold on. I think I have the idea for the perfect fix. If it'll just respond to my touch. Okay, so right now it's showing the wrong thing. Scavenger said the ultra high details. Okay, now I should be able to get it to... There we go, and I hit it too many times. And... Did we hit it? Nope. Did we hit it? Yeah, okay, cool. So now it's fixed. And now I'm trying to get the live chat back up, hopefully without causing everything weird to happen. Kratos said, Nick, we should do a light versus dark duel, good versus evil, so see which one prevails. Keep in mind, Kratos, if we do a light versus dark duel, I'm about to straight up make my deck where dark just won't work. Like, you do understand. For any matchup where we know exactly what we're going against, the decks can be heavily biased so that you just win, right? I'll probably play a barrier statue, but I'll probably only run the light one because I'll run light monsters, if I pick light. So then when you try to special summon dark monsters, I'm gonna be I got the barrier statues, I'm gonna do stuff like that on purpose to try and slow your deck down. But I mean, we'll always see what happens. It depends. Plus, Raigeki is good to get around barrier statues anyways. Kratos said I could do the same. True. And if we both run barrier statues, it would stop us both from special summoning. So that actually would be rather interesting. I'd be down for that. I do feel like barrier statues mixed with something else probably would do a really good anti-deck. I want to find a deck that's just good against anything. Kirby said, look at Consecrated Light. Kratos said, or we could just have a rule against those types of cards. I kind of like those kinds of cards. The more experience you get with cards that shut down certain decks, you can start to just build up the idea for the deck that will just shut down anything. Because I really do want a deck where I can be okay, I'm facing someone, I don't know what they do, but I'm pretty sure whatever my deck does, it's just gonna stop them. Kratos said invoked barrier statue. Invoked barrier statue sounds interesting. The only issue with invoked barrier statue, right, is that while you have 2 on the field with different elements, will they stop you from doing the fusion summon? Because I feel like they would. Kratos said invoked True King barrier statue. I don't know enough about True Kings. That sounds interesting though. Let's see. I'm gonna search Consecrated Light for Kirby. Also around 150 right now. It's 148. I'm gonna have to end the stream, so we have time. It's not 148. It's 142. Sorry. So we have like 8 minutes or so. But after that 8 minutes or so, I'm probably gonna have to dip because your boy Dozer's on the way to the crib. Kirby said, "Masterpiece is banned, fam." True. Consecrated Light. Neither player can normal special summon dark monsters or declare an attack with a dark monster. This card cannot be destroyed by battle with a dark monster. You take no battle damage from that battle. Consecrated Light is like a really strong barrier statue. It's better than the light barrier statue, just straight out. So, is there only one Consecrated Light type of card? Or is there like a better... Like, or is there one for every element, I guess is my question. Or is Consecrated Light just left on its own as being just a hard anti-dark card? See, trying to get the live chat up. There we go. Kirby said, "Good riddance to Masterpiece." Kratos said, "I would have access to Lair of Darkness." Lair of Darkness is pretty cool. It still can get that MST, that Galaxy Cyclone, that Twin Twistered, you know, there's plenty of like removal for it, which is nice. I feel like part of what people don't like about kaijus is that they can feel so sudden, and because they take advantage of a game mechanic to remove your monsters, it can be really hard to get around them. But something like Lair of Darkness, where the card gives them the ability to tribute your monsters, if you get rid of the card, you get rid of that ability. There's so much spell and trap removal that makes Lair of Darkness feel more fair versus something like kaijus, if that makes sense. Barrier statues should be able to stop kaijus, by the way. Like, if you have two different barrier statues on the field, even though you tribute your opponent's monster, you're doing it for a special summon. And barrier statues, if you have two different kinds on the field, will say that you just can't special summon them. Kratos said, "And Masterpiece isn't part of True Kings." Then Kratos said, "Anti-spell fragrance." That makes it where you have to set a spell card for a turn. You essentially use spells like traps in order to activate them. So Kratos is saying you have Lair of Darkness on the field, and you have Anti-spell fragrance active, so it takes your opponent a longer amount of time to get rid of Lair of Darkness. I mean, Anti-spell fragrance is good for like stopping or slowing down spells, you know what I mean? But that just means I wait a turn, right? Or I wait 2 turns, depending. Because if it's a quick play, if you anti-spell fragrance, I can just activate it on your turn, like after I've set my card for a turn. And then if it's not a quick play, then I would have to wait. But a lot of removal is quick play for the most part, because you have Mystical Space Typhoon, quick play, Twin Twisters, quick play. I don't think, is Galaxy Cyclone quick play? I actually just don't know. I don't really run it in a lot of things. It's supposed to be good because it stops floating grave effects, but it costs you life points for removing like 1 card. Oh wait, I'm not thinking about Galaxy Cyclone, which is removal, but that's not the removal I was thinking about. I was thinking about the one that banishes the card. Let's see, Kratos said, "And I think there's a rank 4 that protects a card from destruction." Does it protect itself, or does it just protect like any card from destruction? Because if it protects any other card but doesn't protect itself, then you gotta worry about protecting it, and it's a big mess. Scavenger said, "Hey, I'm back." Yo, Scavenger, welcome back to the stream. It's good to have you. Kratos says, "Just any card." So that's cool. I still feel like if it protected cards' names, I think I would like it a lot more. Because essentially, if you could say all cards with this name are safe, then if you got 2 of them things out on the field, you could say that this card protects the card that I want to keep safe, and then my other rank 4 protects itself and the other card. I think it would be cool. Kratos said, "Either way, it'll be an interesting duel. We should at least try it." I agree. We should definitely do the element duels. I feel like we should still do the ones where I'm water, you're wind, and Kirby's fire. I feel like we should also still do the one where someone's light and someone's dark. I probably personally will want to play light, but I don't have to play light. It's kind of up to you guys. But yeah, that definitely sounds cool. Let's see, Scavenger said, "Why does Miles Morales look like a light skin sometimes and sometimes like a dark skin?" Probably different artist, I'm actually gonna look up Miles Morales light skin. Like, I'm gonna Google it. I normally see him look dark, and a lot of these pictures that I'm looking at make him look dark. I'm seeing some fan art that makes him look lighter, but he normally doesn't look lighter. Let's see. So Kratos said, I'll be dark. He says, I'm usually dark anyways. Okay, I'm down with that. So I purposely typed in light skin Miles Morales, but I keep getting images of darker skin Miles Morales. I don't understand. Kratos said, we could do a Lightsworn versus Dark World duel. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Lightsworn. I actually have a lot of Lightsworn cards IRL, and I didn't fuck with them. I was like, you. Like, I don't like the concept of milling my own deck. I'm not a big fan of that. So I'm going to just look up Miles Morales in general and see if I can see some images where sometimes he's light and sometimes he's dark. To me, he looks dark most of the time. The Miles Morales in the new video game looks light skinned. But a lot of these, like, comic and even cartoon interpretations make him look pretty dark. I just found one comic book image where he looks light, though. But I think he's a dark skin the majority of the time. Let's see. Kratos said, you can be Dark World then. Sure. I've made Dark World decks before, but I've messed them up before too, where I thought certain discard cards would trigger effects that don't, because they like miss timing. So I definitely do have to work on that. Let's see. So now it's 1:48. So I have a couple minutes left before I have to cut the stream, because I know that Dozer's on his way. So like I said, me and Dozer are going to be hanging out later today, probably playing fighting games, playing some Dragon Ball Super Trading Card game, maybe. I'll definitely be streaming all of that. I now have a new fast charger, and if I try to check my battery, hopefully this will work and I won't just zoom in on my face. My battery right now is at 100%, and I've been streaming for almost 20 minutes. Kirby said that his Broly deck is almost finished, by the way. Awesome, great to hear. Scavenger said, dope, that seems lit. So if I bring the fast charger with me, it seems like I'll be able to stream for significantly longer than I've been able to stream in the past. Scavenger says he has to go. He's going to do some parkour training. Okay, following. Oh, Kirby said not that his deck was almost finished, that it is finished. Then we definitely need to see who would win in a battle, Broly or Chilled. I don't know, your boy Chilled got the tokens. He's got a raccoon. So we'll see what happens with that. But we definitely need to do that match at some point, Kirby. But let's see. I was thinking about something. Oh yeah, me and Doz are gonna hang out. When I get back tonight, I probably won't do too much streaming. Like, I want to do some Yu-Gi-Oh streams, but I know that I have to do that paperwork. So I'll probably do the paperwork when I get back tonight. And there's a possibility that me and Dozer might be hanging out at his house where it's like a spend the night thing. And if that's the case, then I probably won't do a like stream tonight that's Yu-Gi-Oh based, because I'll be hanging out with Dozer the whole night. And that also means I probably won't do the paperwork tonight if I do a spend the night thing at Dozer's. So in other words, if I spend the night at Dozer's, I may just be doing me and Dozer based streams, which makes a lot of sense. And then tomorrow I might stream a little bit later because I have to fill out paperwork, just to let you all know. But those are more or less my plans for the day. That and messaging Danica. Me and Danica have been texting a lot, which has been really cool. Also, if you guys haven't checked out my video that I posted yesterday, I did indeed post a video where I read a book that I wrote yesterday aloud on the stream. If you're not interested in me doing a whole bunch of breaks where I have to like drink juice and rehydrate and like pause the music because there's an ad and then turn the music back on and stuff like that, then you can read the book for yourself. I actually put the links to where you can buy that book on Amazon, whether or not you want the ebook or the paperback, in the description of that video. So if you want to check that out, you know, all proceeds help support the channel, though we only get like a small royalty from paperback books. Surprisingly, a $4 paperback book translates to like 25 cents, and then an ebook translates to like $1 and something, but it's like a $3 ebook. So the ebook is not only cheaper, but I get more money from it. So if you would like to buy the ebook, greatly appreciate it. But if you want to own a copy of it to have at your house, the paperback is definitely something for you as well. But yeah, more information on that in that video. But thank you all for watching this video. If you like this video, make sure to smash that like button, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you notify whenever we do these live streams. Thank you all for smashing that like button and staying tuned for the entire video. Truly appreciate it. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black the one and only, here with some amazing friends logging out. Peace.